Hello everyone, Mocha Bear here. Welcome back to Mocha Bear's Hobby Den. Today I'm going to be talking with you about your opinions, or asking for your opinions, on D&D character creation. Shall we get started? So, I've been struggling trying to think of like some different videos to do other than unboxings and Warhammer things. Trying to think of something to get you all more involved in the comments down below. And so I started thinking what would be good. I know that majority of the people following me here are more D&D inclined than Warhammer, at least those who comment. So I was thinking, those of you who do play D&D, what is your inspiration for creating your characters? Is it a character that you've seen in a movie or show, read in a book, or someone in real life that's inspired your character creation? Sorry, I just had a gnat fly by my face. Goodness. But yeah, so what inspires you to make your characters? Like when you go to make them, is it just based on like a class that you like like a class that you've never played before? Is it a class that you've played before and you like? Your species or your race that you pick? Is it because it's like your favorite fantasy race? Like, what inspires you? So to give you an example for me, my very first D&D character that I ever made was Remy Stormwind. Now, of course, the name Remy was inspired because my favorite X-Men as a kid was Gambit. And I always loved his style. I loved the way he fought. I loved his hair. And I was like, let's go with Remy. And then Stormwind was because I didn't know, like, I was brand new to D&D. Like, I made that character the day I decided I was going to start trying to learn D&D. And so I just looked online, the PDF of the player's handbook, looked at the humans and the name lists, and the surnames showed Stormwind. I was like, that sounds like a fun name. So I ran with that. And I was thinking, like, what's something cool? I was like, I've always been a fan of the hero that has the animal companion that is good, that's good and useful and beneficial in a fight. I'm sorry, I keep swatting because I have a gnat flying by my face. I don't know where they're coming from. I have no garbage in my room. But anyway, yeah, I was like, wow, so what would be a good thing? And it's like I love the whole like tracker and living in the woods and off the land idea. So I was like, maybe a druid. But then I saw the ranger. I was like, ooh, that could be fun. And then the beastmaster subclass, like, oh, yes, please. And I've always been a fan of wolves ever since I was a little kid. So I was like, okay, ooh, can I make my character a werewolf? And I looked it all up and I was like, oh, so you can. You just need to get permission from your DM. But time I was like, you know what, this character is probably not one I'm going to ever use, or it's like my dream character. Maybe I'll one day get to use them. So I was like, okay, let's make this character. And so I went through the whole process of writing out the information required for the class, how to get the stats, what weapons to use, what are best used for this kind of build. And Remy Stormwind and Helena were created. Helena being his wolf beast companion. The backstory ended up just coming to me the next day, and I ended up writing out like this multi-paragraph like list of his story. I gave him a tragic backstory where he was born to some nobles that desecrated a shrine to Saluna, and so she cursed the child. But then I was like, you know what, I don't know about that. So I was like, okay, what if it's hereditary? What if it's a gene that someone in his ancestry line was cursed with lycanthropy, and it's passed on through, and every once in a while it'll come through, and because they desecrated the shrine to Saluna, she decided to test them to see if they would repent, allowed that gene to appear in their son. And when they found out what he was, they ordered him to be cast aside. And that being the final insult to Saluna, she had wolves, a pack of wolves, descend from the mountain to destroy the family's vineyard, as they were a winery company. That's where they made their money. That's where they made their wealth from. So the wolf pack came and razed the grounds. And they, of course, they were like dire wolves. And at the same time, she sent a pack to go find and protect the child, to protect Remy. And that wasn't his birth name. That was given to him by the temple that he was taken to be raised. And the temple, of course, was dedicated to Saluna. He was raised to worship her, to bring honor to her, to bring honor to himself, and to protect those that are weak and need protection. And growing up, every year on his birthday, he would be visited by a massive dire wolf of silver and white. I know, I fanboyed the hell out of it, to where it was Saluna taking mortal form as a giant dire wolf to visit him, to see how he's doing, to show that he is cared for. And when he was old enough, I think I put it for like on his 16th birthday, when he went out there, instead of Saluna waiting for him, it was a larger regular wolf that was gifted to him by Saluna as his companion. And when he returned to 18, he had shown enough promise and growth in the order that he was indoctrinated into the Knights of the Silver Hand. And that being the order under Saluna that go out to aid lycanthropes that are seeking help and defeating evil aligned lycanthropes. So like the knight in shining armor kind of deal that people wouldn't expect. And of course the secret order that people know about, but not everyone believes it exists. So I thought that was I found out about that order during my research on lycanthropy and D&D and all that, and Saluna. I was like, this is a fun, cool concept. So I ran with it, and I ended up getting to use Remy in a campaign. Sadly, I did not get to finish that campaign because the DM suddenly just ghosted all of us after, I think, like 6 or 7 sessions. He just ghosted us. No idea what happened to him. So if I remember correctly, I think the game still exists on Roll20. It's just not been active for years. It was a fun game. It's a fun character. I love using him. I'd love to use him again in a future game, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, like that is my favorite character I've created, closely followed by my Bladesinger wizard, Thervin Ofendrus. And that was a fun concept. He was created after I created a Goliath Bladesinger. It led to that inspiration because I just like, let's try something. So yeah, my favorite 2 characters I created were my Remy Stormwind Ranger Beastmaster character, and Thervin Ofendrus, my High Elf Bladesinger wizard. So, but yeah, I would love to hear from you all. What are your inspirations for creating your characters? Like, do you create them based off of characters you've seen before, characters that you read about, or is it based off of what you would want to see yourself as in a fantasy world? I'd love to hear from you about that. So please feel free to share that with me. And since we're talking about fantasy and D&D related things, that damn Nat, I am going to be going to the Maryland Renaissance Festival on September 20th. That is Celtic Weekend. It's a Saturday. And I'm going to be dressed up as this. Well, get this, whichever side I have that on, I have the most room for. This is going to be mostly my outfit. I don't have my pouches transferred to the belt yet, and I don't have my ears on. But my sister and I are going to be going with our partners, and she and I decided we are going to be doing a Vax'Ildon and Vex'ahlia gender-bent sibling cosplay together. So she is going to be Vax, her rendition of Vax, gender-bent, and I'm going to be my gender-bent rendition of Vex'ahlia. So I sadly could not find a sky blue tabard on for men anywhere. And of course I could have like paid someone to make one. I could have got the pattern and like, hey, can you make this? But I didn't. I wanted to make sure I had everything on time. And again, it's my rendition. It doesn't have to be true to the look. It just has to look similar enough to where people can be like, isn't that Vex'ahlia? While making it my own look. So something I'm looking forward to. I was thinking about trying to get like a trinket plushie to like have on my back or on my shoulder or just carry around. But I was like, I want to be as hands-free as I can. So I was like, I'm just gonna not do that, and plus save myself some money, because I'm also looking at getting a new outfit for October 18th, because that is the last Saturday of the season, and I'm gonna be going that day. I got my ticket already the day after tickets went online. All of October's already sold out as of last week. So if you're there, we're planning on being there at Cannon's, and we're gonna be there as long as we are able to. We'll see how we feel. If you're there, look for me. I'll be wearing this outfit. I won't be hard to miss, stall as I am. Gonna go ahead and end it there. Please, if you enjoyed this episode, if you are inspired by it to make characters or want to get into D&D, give this video a like, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then hit the bell icon, set notifications to all, get notified when I upload videos and do live streams. I am hoping to do some more painting on this channel soon. I do still need to build those Raveners from Kill Team Typhon, so I'm hoping to get that done sometime within the near future, within the next month. We'll see how that goes. Also, please comment down below if you did or did not enjoy this episode, if you found it inspiring or not. Again, your inspirations for character creation and your characters. Also, tell me like what your favorite characters are that you've created for D&D. I'd love to hear from you about that. What was your inspiration? And then please, lastly, share this video, bring awareness to my channel, help me continue to grow. Gonna go ahead and end it there, so please, as always, take care of yourselves. And until next time, hobby on.